If you're going to chase anything in life, chase the things that get you excited about living. What's up, everyone? This is Marissa Johnson, and this is the first episode of my podcast, Tournament Talk. I just want to explain to you guys a little bit of background, kind of share with you my story of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I hope that it can help you. So I'll start from, I guess, when I started playing tennis. So I started playing tennis when I was 9, almost 10 years old. I did like this little summer tennis and swim camp. And I started actually playing tournaments when I was 10. And the reason I did that was because my older brother, who's 5 years older than me, he was always playing tennis tournaments, and I was kind of just the tag along. So I got a lot of experience going to tournaments, but not actually playing, until one day I decided, like, hey, I'm going to play tennis too. So I started playing competitively when I was 10. I jumped right in, and I played basically throughout all my years. I never took a break. I just really loved the sport, just a ton. And I played in juniors in North Carolina all the way up until I went off to college. I played tennis at BYU Hawaii, which is Brigham Young University, Hawaii. The best years of my life. I mean, gosh, because I was living in Hawaii, and it was honestly just a dream, and I got so much better at tennis through those years, and it was just a really great experience. I got a business marketing degree, and after college I kind of thought to myself, I was honestly burned out. I was burned out with tennis, and I was like, I'm gonna take a break finally. So I tried really hard to get into a job with my marketing degree that I just acquired, and I kept coming up short, and everything that I tried to do kind of seemed to just lead me back to the tennis courts. So right after I graduated in 2015, I ended up taking a part-time coaching job, as well as doing a few other side businesses. I did online health coaching, and fun fact, I actually had a party business where I did balloon art and face painting, because duh, who doesn't want a party? So that's just a little fun fact about me. I could totally make you an animal creation with balloons. But that's totally aside the fact. I was part-time coaching, and I was doing all these little things until I decided maybe about 6 months to a year later that I'm going to be full-time tennis coach. And I just loved helping people get better at tennis and helping them, just do something they love. And my favorite people to teach were actually adults that wanted to try tennis. I started teaching this beginners adult tennis class, and that group of people I just love so much, because they are excited to learn, and they're they're there because they want to be, and it's a great fun group to teach. But anyways, I was coaching full time, and I was doing this pretty I guess a little bit too much. I was coaching from maybe like 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. with, of course, there were breaks, but honestly, it was getting very physically exhausting. And here's what happened. So it got to the point of my tennis coaching career where I was hand-feeding balls and feeding balls to these players, and all I could think was, man, I don't want to do this. I want so badly to be on the other side of this. Like, I want to be this person getting the lesson. I don't want to be giving the lesson. And it might have had a little bit to do with me being completely exhausted from coaching, because obviously if you do too much of something, that is going to drain you. But the other side of it was the fact that deep inside I knew that I'm still young, and I miss out on I miss tournaments. I miss playing tournaments a lot. And I just, I kept trekking along. Please excuse me. Sorry, I'm feeling a little under the weather, just getting over a cold. But I kept trucking along, and it was kind of just this nagging feeling. And this is what I want to get a point across to you guys. I was coaching, and every maybe 2 to 3 months, I would have this wave of energy go over my body. And I would say, I would feel like, man, wouldn't it be so cool to just like play tournaments again, or even just try to play a few pro tournaments? Like, this would be so fun to me. And this wave of energy would come, and it would last like about a week, and I'd get all excited. I'm like, I'm gonna play tournaments. I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna do this. But life kept getting in the way, and of course, like, having money to do that was, maybe not, maybe so. But it kept happening. And so this is something I want to tell you guys. Like, if you're ever doing something in life and you feel like, you have a thought, and this thought is recurring, and it just comes back every now and then, every month or every couple months, or, it's something that always pops up in the back of your head, then this is something you need to do. Let me just repeat that one more time. This is something you need to do. So, it got to the point where I said, okay, well, I don't want to wake up one day when I'm 30 years old or 40 years old and regret not trying something that I knew was in the back of my head this whole time. So kind of the point of this episode today is to just help you guys, just go for it. Whatever this nagging feeling that you might have, and maybe it's tennis related and maybe it's not, but I just want you to do anything you can to go for it, because you really do not want to be that person that wakes up 10 years down the road and regrets not even trying. So obviously this was a big, huge decision for me, and it was very, very scary. I was, there was a lot of things that always kind of got me thinking like, okay, I shouldn't, but I really want to, but it's just not realistic. It's not, I shouldn't try this, a big part of it was money, of course. Like, well, you need money to play tennis, and you don't have money, so you need to keep working, so you got to work to make your money so you can play tennis. And that was always one huge hurdle that was like, like, this isn't the right time. And then other things were like, oh, you missed your mark. And you ever hear these people tell you like, oh, you're getting kind of up there, so I don't know if you can really go after your dream. I mean, maybe if you were 18, and something. And this is a question I get all the time from players. They're like, oh man, Marissa, like, I started tennis when I was 16, and I really want to play college tennis, but I just feel like it's too late. I'm like, false! No! Like, this is not too late, and you're never too old to go for something. As long as you give 100% to whatever your goal is, then you can definitely just go for it. And hey, guess what? Even if you try and go for it and end up failing, at least you have peace of mind that you gave 100% and went for it. So that just, sorry, it gets me a little hyped up right there. Jeez, whoo. So yeah, basically, I wanted to go for it, and there were, of course, like I said, lots of hurdles. So money was a big one. Another one was like my age, like people telling me like, oh, you missed your mark. Another one, did I think that I had the talent? And this is something I struggled with for a long time. Like my brother, who's 5 years older than me, great, phenomenal tennis player. Everybody knew it. He was always the one at our tournaments winning all the tournaments that he played against. Me, on the other hand, I was not. I was the one getting rounded each time, like, oh, yep, I'm out and just here to support my brother now. And then all the way through college, having to deal with, teammates and even my coach that were like, oh, you're not good enough, blah, 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 blah. There was always that nagging hurdle in the back of my mind, like, well, are you even good enough? And I'm like, these little things that get in your way, that you start thinking like, oh man, am I good enough? Like, And this is all you, by the way. This is all something that's going on in your mind of you telling yourself, like, okay, yeah, why even try? I mean, gosh, I don't know if I can even do it. But that is just complete negative thinking and something that you kind of just got to get over. You got to get over yourself, and you got to say, you know what? I don't care what hurdle is in my way. I'm going to go for it. So that's what happened. So I was coaching full time. I got a new boss, and I think late of 2018. His name's Ryan Johnson. He's the best. And, right when he started working and I got a new boss, and I was like, man, this is something I want to try. This is something I want to go for, and I think I need to go part-time. Of course, like I said, scariest decision right there. Like, I was like, okay, I know I don't have, like, a lot of money, but if I'm going to go for it, like, my window is closing. Like, if I want to, I'm at my peak right now of physical health, maybe I should go for this now, because honestly, I was thinking, I have the rest of my life to be a tennis coach, and don't get me wrong, I love tennis coaching, but I don't have the rest of my life to try what I want to try right now. So, had this talk with him. I was like, all right, I'm going part-time. Of course, all while I'm not, like, completely jumping off, the bridge. I've been putting in the works of, online business and marketing and ways to make money online so that I could do this. So, yes, I went 2019, and I said, New Year's resolution. This is me, 2019. This is going to be my year. I am part-time coaching now. I have split my days in half so that I can train for half the day, that as much as I need to, and then the other half of my day I can coach. And I had my whole schedule filled out, and I was like, all right, I'm going for it. So yeah, 2019, I started training, and I started, looking for coaches. Now, keep in mind, 2019 now, this is only about 6 months ago. Okay, maybe 7. Okay, wait, no, 8. It's August. Okay, so it's 8 months ago, and I'm going to say 7 because it was like a little bit of a transition phase there. So, okay, 7 months ago, I said, all right, I'm going for it, and I start training. I start signing up for all these tournaments, and I am going for it. And I was, of course, struggling a lot at the beginning because, it's been a lot of ups and downs with my mentality. Like, when I first started out and I signing up for these open tournaments just to get me going, and I was, like, losing to like, just like back in juniors when I used to get rounded, and it was like I would travel here and I was like, crap, dang it, like, this is very difficult, like, man. And I would lose, and I'd lose again, and I'd be out, and I'm like, crap, I just wasted money, like, why am I doing this? And I eventually broke through that hurdle. I'll do some more episodes where I kind of discuss more about my tournaments, but this is, of course, just the backstory of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, eventually, I start winning more, and I'm at this point right now, I think 7 months later, where I'm playing open tournaments, and woohoo, I'm finally winning matches. Some things finally clicked. I was able to go to 1 pro circuit event so far in Cancun, Mexico, but man, I've already dealt with so many things. I dealt with an injury already where I had to take like a month off, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I just started. Like, this is way too soon to be dealing with these problems. I've already struggled with, budgeting, money, just feeling like, man, did I make a right decision? Like I said, going for your dreams is very scary. And just like this quote I said at the beginning, like, chase the things that are worth living for, right? And so I knew that I wanted to try this, and guess what? I am loving the experience, all the ups and the downs. I am having a blast, and I am learning so much, even so much that I can share my stories with you guys, and also be a tennis coach, just with my, like, everything that I'm learning, everything that I learn from private lessons and functional training and just going to tournaments in general. All of this is making me a better coach and a better player at the same time. So let's say, just in case, let's say I'm trying this, and let's say I'll use the word fail, which I don't even feel that I am failing. But let's say that I get to this point and I'm just like, I lose and I waste all my money and like, oh darn, this sucks. Like, why did I make this decision? Well, fun fact is that I didn't fail at all, even if I make it as far as I go and, never get a WTA point or something lame like that. And I'm like, oh crap, like, what did I do this for? This is what I did this for. I did this for the experience. I did this for the fact that I am obsessed with tennis and I missed tournaments and I wanted to play tournaments, and that I was in this phase in life where I just wanted to go for it. And I said, yeah, even if nothing works out, it will, because I tried and I learned a ton of stuff along the way. And I am just having a blast living my life, doing what I'm doing. Luckily, I have a very supportive husband, and he is 100% supportive of me chasing my dreams, and he's doing everything he can, just like I am, to try to make this dream happen, as well as he has dreams too. We're super I guess we'll say, supportive of each other's dreams. We want to be happy in life. Now, this is kind of like what I was saying, the point of this whole thing. If you want to be happy in your situations in life, whatever you're doing, you have to do something that you love. And if you're not doing something that you love and you feel that you're wasting your days, doing something because, okay, well, I hate my job, but hey, at least it pays the bills, or, I don't even know, other things that you hate, okay? You're doing things that you hate. I urge you to do anything you can, even in the slightest way, to just try and go for what you love. Even if you're, let's say, working a job that you hate full time, but you have a dream of, playing tournaments just like me, and you want to play tournaments and you want to have the freedom and time and money to do that, well, try figuring it out, Try to make money online like I'm trying to do, or, gosh, there's just so many different scenarios I could go with this. There's always a way. And I want to get that through y'all's heads. There is always a way. You just have to actively seek it out. And you can't just sit in doing something that you hate. And I'm not even saying that you hate, but something that's physically draining you, and that you always have that nagging thought in the back of your mind, like, oh, what if I tried this? What if I tried this? Oh, but I can't try this because blah, 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 ABC. Okay? Whatever those things are, there are ways around that. And you just have to have the guts to go for it and figure out your way around it, even if you have to do a little extra work here and there. Okay? So, that is kind of just a little bit of the backstory about why I am doing what I am doing, and why this is important to me. Now, a little bit about the goals that I have for this. I'm not I'm not trying to go to the US Open and Wimbledon and start crushing Serena Williams or any of that. I am aware that, I am aware that the best that I can do, and the 100% that I can give, is going to get me as far as I need to go, or that I want to go, in order to make me feel like, you know what, you totally did it, and you accomplished what you wanted to accomplish. So, for me, I just want to be the best player I can be. And maybe this is a learning phase, or a learning, I'm never going to be the perfect tennis player. Nobody is. But the fact that I get to train and learn and constantly improve every single day is very, very just rewarding for me. So that's a little bit about, like I said, what I am doing, what I am going through, and hopefully that it inspires you guys to go for your dreams. Like, as I mentioned, more of the episodes I'm going to be talking about are going to be kind of like what I'm going through during my tournaments. I have a lot of stories to catch up on. I wish I had started this podcast when I started in the first place. But I am going to try to rewind my brain and remember everything that I've gone through and try to play a little bit of catch up, as well as, catching up on the tournaments that I just recently played. There's so many things that I have to go over and talk about, like, this past tournament I just played where I'm feeling under the weather the whole tournament and I couldn't play the best of my abilities, but I got stories, and I also got stories about just this whole process and journey. Anyways, I am so excited that you guys are here, that you're listening, and I am very appreciative of all of you, and I hope that this podcast series inspires you guys to, go for your dreams, do what you want to do, and give 100% at whatever your goals are in life, and that hopefully I can inspire a lot of tennis players or other people that play tournaments that just that need a positive, push, and to know that other people are going through exactly what they're going through. So I hope I can be that voice for you guys. Please share this podcast with whoever you think might be interested in listening. And, tell your friends. Can listen to these things anywhere. I'm going to put them up on YouTube as well, and share them on all my social media platforms. So I am so very excited to be sharing everything with you guys. Anyways, keep going for your dreams, keep giving 100%, and do not wake up with regrets in 10 years from now. All right, you guys, I am signing out, and thank you so much for taking the time to listen to Tournament Talk.